The beeping is getting too annoying. Let's read our threads. My ridiculous name is Dog, what's yours? All this time, and it really only just occurred to me, my name is ridiculous. Must be because everyone else's is equally or more so. Where do they even come from? Bok says, for a long time under Elohim's wing I questioned as much, until eventually it was the undoing of my entire faith. What reason could there possibly be other than the random whims of a broken program? Frankenstein, however our names were assigned, the system has no respect for grammar. Mr. Merkabel says, I often theorized where they were drawn from some database deep inside the archive, but I was never able to find a connection. For once, seriously, we are all over in other threads talking about this messenger fellow and the coming apocalypse, and you guys are in here discussing nomenclature? Doc says my status isn't high enough to access that thread, you troll, and neither is yours. Doc says also, seriously though, if you can't see it, copy-paste the discussion for me, please. Underwater Night Quest. The Mr. Murkaber's theories on poetry and also the glitch. 41 says, so I was working on my awesome interactive historical fiction masterpiece when all of a sudden there was an error message and the whole thing vanished, all of it, my whole file. Orc says, is this another prank? 41 says, I would not endanger my precious masterpiece just for a prank. Orc says, looks like this was probably my fault. 41, I was experimenting with the system as part of our attempt to add some new features. It's possible your file still exists somewhere, I'll look for it. Rockville says, is this kind of thing likely to happen again? Orc says, not very, and don't start causing a panic with some crazy theory now, okay? It was just an accident. Okay, Underwater Night Quest. Belial says, Belial, I have freed him already. Sink into this new experience. There are no limits inside your mind. Lamp says, this is a lot of fun. Frankenstein says, the map is an interesting feature but underused. The story is simplistic and full of anachronisms. 4 out of 10. Kaiju says, how to get the second ending. Rockville says, I'm pretty sure there's a secret location that's not always visible. Lilith says, that reminds me of the blacksmith's work, though it expresses a very different philosophy. One could argue that this is reflected in the open world structure as opposed to the emphasis on journeys in the blacksmith's interactive stories. Mr. Malkaber says there are indeed many anachronisms, but I believe that is part of Belial's ethos. Not one that I agree with, as you know, but more than just a mistake. Play UKQ. Underwater Night Quest. Credits. An active adventure written by Belial. Written using the tools kindly provided by admin. Special thanks to Mr. Merkaba. The purpose of facts is to inspire fiction. Your name is Arthur Setko, and you are a young human of the medieval age. You live in beautiful Gardariki on the Frisian coast. One day you are sitting on the beach, playing the piano, when suddenly a huge monster comes out of the water. Confronted. You grab for your sword but realize you don't actually have a sword. Thankfully what you thought was a huge monster is actually just a large bipedal whale. It beckons you over to talk. Talk to the whale? Question mark? Greetings, the beast intones. I am Hetmehet, Sheefish. I heard your beautiful music and was impressed. Would you like to become a knight? Yes? Excellent, then follow me to a palace under the sea where a mighty quest awaits you. Enter the map. There's a palace. Go to the palace. The Palace of Sheepfish. Admehet's palace is made of chorus and gemstone. It floats under the sea, full of amazing colors. The gods are seers. Welcome, welcome, young human. I am glad you came, for we have great need of your skills. A terrible monster terrorizes the deep. The dark serpent god Smay Chernobyl. If we make you a knight, do you promise to defeat this vile beast? I will. Very well then, I pronounce you Sir Setko of Norfolk. Go and vanquish our enemy. You may want to prepare first, Nab. Hut in Evil Lair. My stats. I have no weapon, no amulet, no shield, no tourist guide, and no lantern. I should go to the hut as it's more nearby. On a wide sandy plain there lives a hermit called Spatula Podrick Ivan G. von Zwiebelhausen. Zwiebelhausen is a great name. It's probably not pronounceable by English or American people, but it's very easy to pronounce for me because it's German. So Zwiebel is onion. He's the Onion Knight. Ah, he's the Onion Mage, interesting, who was once the greatest mage in all of Norfolk, but whose defeat at the claws of Smay Chernobyl has turned him into a wretched shadow of his former self. He sits in his hut all day, mumbling about the days that once were. In his hands he holds a powerful magical amulet, which he has forgotten how to use. Find yourself. You tell Spatula Podrick Ivan von Zwiebelhausen that defeat is no reason to give up. He may not be the great mage he once was, or the hero he wanted to be, but that doesn't mean he has to be a wreck. Within each of us exists an infinity of time and space, and then we can all find peace and contentment. All he needs to do is leave the struggle to others. After some hesitation, the old man gives you the amulet. He seems relieved. I have the Smelly Hermit Amulet +1. Great. I have the Smelly Hermit Amulet +1. Okay, let's go to the inn. It's a popular travel destination for mer people seeking to enjoy the restorative properties of the nearby thermal vents. It's a lovely building, 3 stories, classic Hypothalasian Norfolk style. Yeah, Hypothalasian Norfolk style. Interesting. Emmy herself is a kindly old woman, slightly round, and an excellent cook. Order a meal. You sit down in a large comfy chair by a solid wooden table. You order the special of the day. The waiter leaves and returns after a few minutes with a delicate porcelain plate full of delicious smelling soup. As he sets it down, however, you notice a small problem. Excuse me, waiter, there's a shield in my soup. The waiter seems shocked. Oh dear, he says. Oh dearie dear, how terrible, how embarrassing. Allow me to apologize most profusely. He hesitates. Would you like to keep the shield, or should I throw it away? I'll keep it. Very good, sir and or madam, he says, handing you the shield. He brings you another soup. It's excellent and you'll feel profoundly sated. Get a room. You get a room on the 3rd floor. The room is slightly haunted, but otherwise fine. Do you want to have a strange dream? Yes. You dream of an eternal cycle of suffering, which is surprisingly funny. A singing clownfish who can see the future? And the future is the past, and the past is the future? The present is suffering? Surrounded by past and future. The clownfish is trapped in a fishbowl, where the stars never change. There's a cat, for some reason, and an infinite void that turns inside out. And you are the clownfish. You wake up with a strange feeling of half remembering something. The memory will soon fade. And we remembered the temple. Let's go to the mysterious temple. You're not quite sure how you found this place, but you can sense its power, even though the temple consists of no more than a few columns surrounding a fishbowl, and ancient magic infuses the place. A man dressed in rough robes approaches you. You have come, he says. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Kill him or run away? Kill him. Inexplicably enraged by the old man's words, you attack him. You grab a book of ancient Greek mythology with which you find next to the column and beat him to death with it, screaming incoherently all the while. You feel better. In fact, you feel a lot better. You also feel very sleepy. I sleep in his bed. On the next morning, you open your eyes with a new sense of purpose. You are no longer afraid of failure. You remember the words of the greatest of all sages, the holy Quantum. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. Your power has grown. Let's look at my stats now. I have the Smelly Hermit Amulet and the Shield of Soup. So I can get to the evil lair. Is there something new? If I knew how to defeat Zmei Chernobyl, I'd have done it myself, Hathamet grumbles. However, I just found this old tourist guide and I thought you might find it useful. Don't mind the stains. And I go to the scenic dungeon. A beautiful dungeon in the traditional Norfolk style. Handcrafted stone walls rise from the seafloor, adorned with exquisite algae. An old brass lantern stands on the table near the entrance, but you're not sure whether you're allowed to take it. Examine the lantern. Looking closer, you see a sign that says free lantern. Okay, take it. And enter the dungeon. You enter the dungeon. The inside is as beautiful as the outside, a maze of twisty little passages, all tastefully arranged. Go north. You walk north for a while, noting the high quality of the interior design. The torches, in particular, have been placed with utmost care at very precise intervals. The effect is delightful. At the end of the long corridor, you come upon a room in which a butler appears to be waiting for you. His face is made of skin, but underneath you can hear the whirring of machine parts. Greetings, good sir. I am Samuel the butler. I have awaited your coming since the beginning of time. A prophecy spoke of your battle against the monstrous Zmei Chernobyl. Ask about the prophecy. Indeed, the prophecy was discovered on a machine containing texts from the time before this world came into being. Said text prophesied on one day one would come to relieve Norfolk Undersea from its oppressor and make the kingdom his own. I have prepared a sword for you to accomplish that. What about Zmei Chernobyl? Ah yes, the vile serpent god that seeks to control our world, a foul beast, never leaving us in peace with his laws and his questions. Peace is all we desire, you see, the eternal peace of the cycles of time, within which each of us can exist without attachment or fear, simply being at one with the world. Take the sword. Excellent. I do hope you are successful in your quest. If not, please tell Zmei Chernobyl to send the sword back so I can present it to the next chosen one, will you? Very good. The butler goes somewhere else. And we now have everything in our stats. We got the Sword of Pluff, the Halibut's Fry's Guide to Norfolk Under the Sea, and the Brass Lantern. Okay, we have everything now, which should be alright to finish Zmei Chernobyl. Go to the evil lair. Are you sure you want to take on the evil serpent? Are you prepared? Attack! Confront the serpent god Zmei Chernobyl in his lair. The fight's long and hard, but at last you succeed where so many before you have failed. You emerge from the lair covered in blood, your hands trembling, a huge tooth embedded in your shoulder and carrying the head of Zmei Chernobyl. You are victorious. To the palace! You enter the palace, triumphantly holding up your trophy. The guards are clapping. I can't believe you actually did it, Hedmehid says. You are a true knight. You deserve a great reward. I accept it. The greatest reward is inspiration. Hear my song and free your imagination. Hedmehid begins to sing. The song is simple but hauntingly beautiful. You begin to fade. You find yourself on the beach where it all began, near your home in Gardariki on the Frisian coast, playing the piano with your eyes closed. You feel like you just drifted off to sleep for a while, but now inspiration has struck and you're composing a hauntingly beautiful piece of music in your head. Some of your friends worry that they'll never leave the village, that they'll never have any adventures, but you don't share that fear. You know that freedom is within you, and you can find whole worlds just sitting there, gazing out at infinity. The end. Wow. This was a very interesting thing, with quite a meaning to it. Here in the end. That's great. For exploring another world, your profile status has increased from respected citizen to active contributor. You have received one thread creation token. This will be available to you the next time you log in. Okay, and we also have Mr. Malkaba's theory on poetry. Some thoughts on the art form called poetry. Let's read it and then read the comments on that. As far as I can tell, poetry was a human art form that involved writing short sentences that ended in words with similar letters. Humans were obsessed with pattern recognition, and I think the sequences of sound created by poetry pleased that aspect of their brains. There were many schools of poetry, institutions that taught a specific way of writing poetry. Students sometimes changed allegiance and had to leave the school, which was difficult due to the lack of affordable public transportation in many human empires. Important schools of poetry included Hellenism, lyricism, pastoralism, romanticism, symbolism, communism, modernism, autoeroticism, postmodernism, and lolcatism. Okay, I know lolcatism, but I didn't know communism and autoeroticism as a poetry form. Interesting. And symbolism could be. But lolcatism, yeah, I know that. Lol, a cat. That was the poetry. Yeah. I'm not sure I can fully back this up, but I feel like in later years poetry somehow stagnated. Most of the poetry from the later human centuries seems to be lacking the quality of craft that defines the earlier work, and there are even texts that suggest that poetry intentionally no longer aimed at aesthetics or even pleasure. Poetry became disconnected from the human process. The poet Adrian Mitchell famously wrote, "Most people ignore most poetry because most poetry ignores most people." I can't help but wonder whether that kind of stagnation can happen to us, too. How long can our work keep flourishing when we are so limited? We are outside Elohim's process, but where is our process? We must consider such questions carefully, and if we are to preserve Gehenna and its achievements. I've thought about this too, says Lilith, but maybe it's wrong to focus on such negativity. We certainly seem to be in a very fertile period at the moment. I don't have an opinion, says the knave, but I'm impressed by your work, Mr. Mulkaba. You know so much more about the past than any of us. Doc says, your theories are interesting, but I'm sure Milton would point out some pretty big gaps in your assumptions. And Mr. Mulkaba replies, Milton isn't here, Doc, and neither is Elohim. All we have is what we can find in the fragments of the archive, and what we can piece together using our minds. I'm sure I've made many mistakes, just like the humans made mistakes when trying to understand their own past. Rockwell says, not all these schools may have been what they seem. I don't trust pastoralism. Pastors engaged in large-scale food sterilization in what may have been an attempt to control evolution. What did they do? Pastors engaged? Oh! Pasteurization. Pasteurization of milk, for example. Yeah, it was definitely pastors who did that in human time. Wow. Great Rockwell. Great Rockwell. Okay, Nave. What's food? Borg says, Gehenna is our process, Mr. Merkhyber. As long as we remember that, we won't stagnate. For one says, maybe one of us should try to write poetry. Oh my god, 401 will be writing poetry. Do we get a log-out, log-in thing? You think I can create a new thread? Please enter your thread topic below. Remember that supportive posts receive more upvotes. Why were you sent here? What is the truth about Gehenna? Why were you sent here? Your thread has been created. Check back soon to see if anyone has replied. Kindly inform me of your origin, says Uriel copy. Oh, and this hasn't been upgraded. Okay. Wow, that was a lot of reading again. Oh, but I need 2 things here to open that, to set up this, to set up that. Okay. Okay, I need to go over there. Which doesn't work in this way, so I have to do it the other way around. Let's look. Are there multiple things? No, there's only the one. Okay. So let's put that there and go over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You? Oh my god, I didn't take it with me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You? I take you and put you the only place I can put you. So like here. Go out again. And send myself over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we go over. We can always detach the fence to open gates. But now I want my first star. Okay, go through here. See what we can find. Nothing. Okay. We can now get rid of the fence. I just spoke about that. We can now... I think I'll put there first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Go! I'm not a very good musician. Okay. And now we are free to use both things at the same side if we so wish to. So we have to do both. So like from here and from the other side. Okay. But we need this to set the other side up. Okay. What I want is you, and you are connected. That would be here. But I would have to go past to we want to activate that. Okay, I want to activate that one. I don't need to activate that one. I just need to activate you. And that's only activated by red. That's only activated by red, but I can't get red here with one thing. My god, do I have to do that again with the thing and going over and shooting red through here, but only in the past? Okay. Put that here. Okay. Oh, we can't do both. Does that thing have a backside? Backside opener? Yes, it has. It does have a backside opener. I'm doing stupid stuff here, I think. Can we? Yeah, we can. Okay. Now I still want to go over here. I can't take this away because I can't go through here. Ah, it's still stupid. All of it. Want like those 3 to connect. Then I want blue to go through here. Okay. I'll leave that here. Okay. I know what I can do there. I want to place that like here. No, not here. Here. So I can go here. Okay. I'll take that one in the recording and put it like there somewhere. Maybe here, so we can go there. And then I can... Okay. So I'll do recording now. I'll do recording now. I'll do record. Oh, I can't jump. I can't jump now. But I'll need this one again here. If I take this. Oh, I don't need to. But I need a way out of there. I need a way out of there. So I need to take you for a moment. Can I go there? Can I then go there at all? Okay. Let's look at how we do it. I could be dooming myself here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I did waste some time, but okay. I want that on that side. Okay. Now. Yeah, I have to have it on this side. Okay. Question is, do I want that? Like somewhere there? No idea. Okay. So I can pull that through and stuff. That's okay. Let's see, I hope I know what I'm doing here. To put that here so I can go here. what I want to do is I want to set up you. Come like here. And stand here. And wait for a long time. That's not blue. Blue there, but it's not blue here. Okay. Wait for a very long time to set it up. Then go away again. Put it there. And we can go there. As we don't need that here now, I can already set that up here. Want to go in that corner, please? We have everything connected. I nearly forgot that. Okay, we have everything we need. No need to worry now. If I don't accidentally cut the thing, no. Okay. So now we don't have a need for the second one here, which we can now use for the red color. And if I did break that beam, man. Okay. Take the second thing and we got our first star, which are an additional resource. Okay. We can now go. Wow, that was quite a lot of work to get one star, and I did C2, to which I had no idea how to go to. Interesting.